Modern-day enterprise security requires a huge stack of security tools and defense-in-depth mindset because connectivity is built on a fundamentally flawed model where devices can make connections and send data to servers with absolutely no authentication whatsoever. The old mindset of stacking a ton of security products on top of each other to solve a fundamentally flawed architecture is just not working. So we really need to rethink connectivity. Today, when clients want to communicate with servers, the first thing they do is connect to them, and this occurs before the client has been authenticated. That means that the servers are exposed to every device on the network. They listen to every device, to every client, every server, and every printer, router, and switch. Every device on the network can make a TCP connection to the server before any trust is established. Therefore, compromised clients will scan the network looking for servers, and if a server or any of its applications have vulnerabilities, attackers will compromise them too. Then, users log into the servers, typically with username and password or NTLM tokens. Credential theft enables attackers to do the same from any client from anywhere on the network. Finally, for those high-value applications, you add multi-factor authentication to defeat credential theft, but that makes it painful to your users and productivity will suffer. Precision Access provides a total rethinking of connectivity. Precision Access does multi-factor authentication first, then verifies the trust of the device before allowing the user to log in. And finally, it enables trusted users on trusted devices to connect to authorized servers. Using this methodology, it defeats server exploitation, credential theft, connection hijacking, and even compromised devices. The requirements for this methodology are: 1. Isolate the servers. We do that with gateways that isolate the protected applications from the network. 2. Separate the control plane from the data plane so that we can pre-attest devices before providing access. We do this with a high availability controller. And 3. Only enable authorized users to access the controller. This is done with a thin client and some cryptographic artifacts. Now let's see it in action. When the device boots up, the thin client connects to the controller using a one-time cryptographic token, which is the multi-factor authentication. And then the client sends its security context to the controller. After receiving the list of applications the user is authorized to access in the next step, the apps that are prohibited by the security context will be removed. Next, the user logs into the controller, and the applications he or she is authorized to access are obtained. And finally, the controller sets up dynamic connections from the client to the gateways, and from the gateways to the protected applications. Precision Access is a total rethinking of how clients connect to servers, one that defeats server exploitation, credential theft, connection hijacking, and compromised clients.